Stage 3 of the Giro d'Italia women takes the riders from Sabbioneta to Tuana, a 113km stage in hot conditions.
Yeah, I expect a really warm day again. The first part is flat, so I think there will be a lot of attacks. But the final is pretty hard with a climb in it, and the end is pretty steep. So we have some cards to play there. And for myself, yeah, my work is done, I think, in the bottom. So I try to help the girls to bring in position and to help as much as possible.
I think for sure is to enjoy wearing this jersey. I think I never imagined using it. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty hard day. Big climb on the end of the stage. And yeah, we'll see what I can do. They are such a strong climbers, stronger than me. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best.
It's been a hectic start so far to the Giro d'Italia, but today it's the first mountaintop finish. The final climb is 12.5 kilometres long with an average gradient of 4.9%, so it's perfect for the climbers and those going for the general classification. But when the official start was given, there was riders and teams who were so attentive they wanted to make the day's breakaway. Former French champion Jade Veal attacked with 64 kilometres to go. She was the lone leader on the road with no company. The attacks came from behind and it was all for the points on the board. And then Jade Veal was caught with 51 kilometres remaining, but Sarah Roy, the former Australian road race champion, immediately counter-attacked and the Cofidis rider gained a breakaway and an advantage until she was joined by a breakaway companion, Elena Peroni. The duo worked well together into the closing stages of the stage. It was a hot day and mutual respect between the two. They continued, but as they raced towards the bottom of the climb, Roy pushed on and Peroni couldn't respond. But then it was all back together and it was Canyon SRAM who were pushing the pace. They wanted to try and take the stage victory. Mavi Garcia took it upon herself and she accelerated and no one could respond in the initial part of the stage. Into the closing parts and 2 kilometres to go, it was Niamh Fisher-Black who was like a rocket bridged across to Garcia, two riders leading the stage. Onto the steeper sections of the climb towards the finish, Niamh Fisher-Black injected some pace and Garcia couldn't respond. The rider from New Zealand started to open up an advantage and the Maglia Rosa was nowhere to be seen. Coming into the finish and every second counted, Garcia couldn't try and close the gap, but Fisher-Black looked strong and powerful. Already with a victory this season, Niamh Fisher-Black rode all the way to the finish line to take as many seconds as possible over the group. It was Fisher-Black who won her first stage of the Giro d'Italia. Behind, they were battling it out for the seconds. Joined late for Team SD Works, and it was the world champion Lotte Kopecky who greeted Niamh Fisher-Black.
I don't think anyone ever expects to win, but for sure I had a good feeling about today coming into the Tour. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but I really, something about the stage spoke to me. So
Niamh Fisher-Black is victorious with her first Giro d'Italia stage, whilst Elisa Longo Borghini retains the lead in the Maglia Rosa. Lotte Kopecky now leads the red points classification, whilst Niamh Fisher-Black is the new leader in the Queen of the Mountains competition. Antonia Niedermeyer, the German from Canyon SRAM, retains the best young rider standings. Niamh Fisher-Black wins the stage ahead of her teammate Lotte Kopecky, and Labous takes third. In the overall general classification, Longo Borghini retains the lead in the Maglia Rosa ahead of Kopecky and Labous. We'll see you tomorrow for Stage 4.